Please share with us your name, current occupation, and your commitment and passion for serving the community.
Great. Greetings. My name is Twaski Simmons. My current occupation is I'm actually the supervisory training specialist for the federal government, but also started a nonprofit called the Trauma Coaching and Training Center.
Please share with us the community how your work and the work of your office has really had an impact on those you and your team serve.
Well, actually, I can give you an example of how the work has had an impact on my community. It might have been about 3 weeks ago when a parent shot an email to Mr. DeAndre. He's the coordinator for the Mentors Group. I actually did a presentation for the young youth. And after that, one of the parents shot an email and said, what did I say or what was said to her two boys? Because when they got home, they immediately started to clean up, invest into the mom, helping the mom, actually acknowledging some of their behaviors, saying, Mom, we may have put more stress on you because of our behavior. She was just excited and was wondering, what did we say to them? And of course I didn't tell her what we said, but we did give them a good presentation. So that was a good impact. Also another impact for the team, especially when I do the DISC personalities training and the emotional intelligence training, it brings such an awareness to their character, their personality, which helps them adjust when they're around other people, which actually minimizes conflict, minimizes stress, and that way they can perform at a higher level. So the community and the team are very appreciative, and those are just some examples of how the work that I do has served not just the community but also the team members.
Please share with the community what your Legacy Award means to you, awarded by the African American Youth Harvest Foundation at the Changing the Story Gala celebration, with Martin Luther King III as a keynote, along with the Texas Legislative Black Caucus and the Texas State NAACP office.
Yeah, that's a big question. I'm just going to start off by saying, first I want to give honor and thank the African American Youth Harvest Foundation. First, Mr. Lofton has given me opportunities that actually I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Mr. Lofton just giving me those opportunities. But to answer your question, it means a lot to me because I know it's my duty as a citizen to give back to the community. Also, it's a commandment by my Lord to give back to the youth and the families. I never really looked for anything in return for that, but for someone to recognize what I've been doing, it lets me know that I'm fulfilling my duty as a citizen, and I'm also fulfilling my commandment by my Lord to do these things for the community. So I am appreciative of that. Actually, this is probably the greatest recognition I've ever received for doing what I've been doing for the last 25 years. So it does mean a lot to me. I may not show it in my face, but when I did find out, I sat down for a minute. It was like, wow, somebody's actually seeing and just appreciating what I've been doing. So I'm very happy for that, and I look forward to receiving the award.
Please share with the community your thoughts on the African American Youth Harvest Foundation, bringing Martin Luther King III to the community to keynote these three events, which are the statewide Youth Summit, VIP Brunch, and Changing the Story Legacy Awards Gala.
Well, to answer that question, first, apparently it's obvious that the African American Youth Harvest Foundation is doing something so great to get the eyes of or the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I hope I'm clear when I say that. Just for someone at that level to want to come and honor us, to be repetitive, means that this agency, this foundation, is doing great things. But in order for that agency to be doing great things, that means the agency has team members within it, or wraparounds, or other organizations supporting them to even make African American Youth Harvest Foundation stand out the way that it is. So even though it's African American Youth Harvest Foundation, they partner with other program areas that just brings greatness to what they're doing. So that was a long question, but I just hope everybody understands what I'm saying. So allow me to be repetitive. What African American Youth Harvest Foundation is doing is outstanding. But the support that they're receiving is something that's allowing them to be noticed. So I'm glad that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has noticed what we're doing and is willing to come down and acknowledge the services that we're providing to the community.
Please share your thoughts on the importance of the services that the African American Youth Harvest brings to the community, along with 25 black social service nonprofits under one roof, and now the first nonprofit to be awarded a trauma recovery center in the state of Texas.
Right. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's a duty as a citizen, and it's actually a commandment by our Lord. But I will say this, we're also honoring our ancestors, those that died for us to even exist today, those that went through things that I've never even experienced. I didn't see a no colored sign when I was coming up. I didn't go through the things that my ancestors went through. I didn't witness people being hung. I didn't witness all those things. So what they're doing, really, if that didn't happen, we probably wouldn't be here. In other words, people died for us to be doing what we're doing today. And I'm going to end it with that, because that is very impactful. And we honor our ancestors just to be doing what we're doing today.
Would you recommend the community to attend the statewide youth summit and the Changing the Story Legacy Award Gala?
Would I recommend it? Yes. I would say it's your responsibility. It's your duty. If you look at the definitions of those words, then the person would know that this is something that they should be doing. I know we spend a lot of time watching football. I know we spend a lot of time watching TV, entertaining ourselves. But that stuff doesn't mean anything. Our community does need us. I remember not Martin Luther King, I think it was Malcolm X had a friend called Amiri Baraka. We don't have the time to be playing anymore. We have to put our energy into developing our community and preparing them for the life that they will be living.